was a white winter day when he strolled into town. He was dressed all in black and his face wore a frown. He was cold, he was hungry, he was wet and tired. So he stopped into a bar looking just to get hired. So he steps inside and he looks around and he dusted his shoulders and he tamped the ground. But the bartender glanced a nasty stare and the drifter knew he wasn't welcome there.
What's your business, boy?
The bartender sneered.
Well, I'm looking for money.
Well, there ain't none here.
But the drifter continued, unfazed by the tapper.
Well, I'd believe you, friend, but I've heard some chatter.
Now the two got to talking about this strange town, and the even stranger fact there was no one around. But the drifter, still skeptical, continued to press, cause he knew the bartender was soon to confess.
Listen, boy, you're getting on my nerves. Can't say I didn't warn you, but here you go.
The bartender gave the persistent young man the name of the sheriff to get him off his hands. So the drifter left, slowly walking out where the money was. He'd soon find out. But the drifter spotted a man looking worse for wear, with a banana in his hand and a frozen head of hair. Seems he'd been there a while, not a breath left in him, but strangest of all,
Plantain.
You got a name, boy?
I got a few.
We gotta talk. Just me and you.
Who's that?
asked the drifter, a little perturbed.
That's my coroner. She's a little disturbed. But let's get down to business, boy. What the hell are you doing here?
Well, I seen that man lying down in the snow, and if I'm honest, I'm missing some dough. I've been down on my luck and I'm looking for work, and correct me if I'm wrong,
He said with a smirk.
but I hear you got a problem, and I know it, mister, and you know I know I'm just a drifter. But I can help you out. I can end this trouble. I'm worth your money. Hell, even double.
Get your boots on, boy.
The two left the inn and they started for town, where they found a dead lady lying there on the ground. The killer was quick and he left no trace, so the two made their notes and they picked up their pace. To the little pond they went, where the ducks used to swim, where another life was lost, but they just couldn't win. Not a single trace was left. This killer was smart. They needed something, anything, just to give them a start. That's when the drifter noticed a familiar smell that was coming from the body, but he couldn't quite tell. So he bent down closer, and it took a solid knee, and it was then that it hit him.
Plantain. Well, Sheriff, it's just as I suspected. We got a killer on the loose, and these murders are connected.
But just as the two took a moment to think, the sheriff saw something you could miss in a blink.
Just up on that hill, I think the bartender's hiding.
The bartender took off with a kick and a step, and he ran through the snow with no time to fret. The sheriff and the drifter were hot on his trail. They have to stop this killer. There was no time to fail.
You listen here, you bottle-flipping runt. Admit to these killings and let's stop this hunt.
I don't know what you're saying. I'll never kill.
Ah, shut up and stay still.
Well, that's a job well done. Justice has been served. You did well, son.
Sheriff, are you sure you ain't got more change? I don't mean to be rude, but this town's pretty strange.
If you had half a brain, boy, you'd known to skip town. Unfortunately, I can't have strangers running around.
Right then, Sheriff, I guess this is goodbye.
Except it was then something caught the drifter's eye.
Plantain. Right then, Sheriff, nice knowing you. I'll be leaving now.
Hey, son. Don't let the cold kill you on the way out.
Except the drifter didn't leave. He was far too curious. He couldn't shake the feeling that the sheriff was mysterious. The drifter didn't know the town, he was just a foreigner. But then he realized.
The sheriff's coroner!
He was looking for the coroner, who he'd eventually find, but he had to make this quick, because he didn't have much time.
Put your hands where I can see 'em, lizard.
I've done no wrong.
If you want to make it out alive, just follow along. First, you're gonna tell me where your sheriff's been hiding.
You put that banana away if I tell you.
Now, that's up to my deciding.
Alright, I'll tell you. He's been putting people away. Locking the doors, making sure they stay. He keeps them in the bank, behind the vault. He's crazy, I tell you. This whole entire thing is all his fault. I don't know where he is, okay? Just leave me alone.
He's not here? Why'd he leave home?
He finally decided to get rid of this place. After you arrested the bartender, he was gone without a trace.
The sheriff left those innocent people to freeze, and just like that, out of town he flees. The drifter couldn't allow this, so he headed to the only way out of town. The trees.
That's far enough, boy.
Look, we gotta talk. And if this goes nicely, maybe both of us can walk. Why you been locking up these innocent folk and throwing away the key like it's some sort of joke?
On the ice, boy. What's it to you? Why do you even care? If you leave now, I'll give you some coin. I'm willing to share.
Now, coin means a whole lot to me, but lives mean more. And if you let those people out, I'm willing to leave poor.
You clearly don't quite understand what's going on here. I'm protecting these people from what they most fear. You know, there's ghosts and spirits causing my people pain, and I can't have some tumbleweed like you rolling into my town, leaving a stain.
Tumbleweed, you really are insane. And it's been you killing all those people what avoided your game.
From what I can tell, this can only end one way. With me skipping town, and you in a grave.
No one knows what happened after that fateful draw. Maybe the drifter survived or faced death fully claw. Maybe the people got out, or they died from the cold. All we can hope is that there was justice for their poor souls.